Hello and welcome to the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Sim Racing League, live tonight from the Hungaroring here in Hungary. 2.72 miles and 14 corners make up this racetrack. Tonight's race format, 20-minute sprints, as we've done this season in the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Sim League. This is the season finale, race 10 out of 10 here in the summer season. Drivers going to be fighting for the championship tonight at this difficult, prestigious racetrack. And looking forward to a very exciting race once again tonight. Currently fastest in qualifying is Michael Pavolano. Dean Tulien shows second quick. Clint Fletcher third. Callan Crocker fourth. David Curtis make up your top five at the moment. But let's take a look at the points coming into tonight's race. The top three separated by less than 25 points. And that is Brian Kennedy, your points leader, who I don't see out here tonight. We'll have to see if he shows up here in the last moments before sprint race number one. Adam Pohl, second in the standings, 6 points behind, and has an opportunity to steal the championship away here in the final race after Brian Kennedy's pretty much led the standings the entire season. Clint Fletcher, who's been very quick week in and week out, third in points coming into tonight's race. 24 points back. And then you've got Justin Craig, Callan Crocker, Darren Treacle, Mike Nickham, Jesse Brannon, Matthew Gazenda, and Dean Tulien making up the top 10 in the standings. And what's been a very competitive and very exciting season. It'll all come down to this here at the Hungaroring. We do want to thank you for joining us here on V-Speed and hope you enjoy tonight's broadcast. Make sure to tell your friends about the races here and like and subscribe if you enjoy the content week in and week out. Take a look at the qualifying ticker here. Just 11 cars in the session so far in this one. And I don't see that points leader, Brian Kennedy. So looks like he may be off doing some real world racing. I know he's been doing some of that this summer. I'm looking forward to getting up the participation once again in the fall season with this league. Coming up in about a month, we'll kick off that new season. This is not an easy racetrack, very technical. You can see the track map down there in the bottom right, right above the sponsors for tonight's broadcast. That is going to be Beltway Brewing Company and SEO Mike. We do want to thank them for coming on board and sponsoring this season and sponsoring this league. Let's take a look at the starting grid here for race number one. Going to be Scott Kim going to lead us to the green flag here. In race number one, they do invert the field after qualifying and after the first race. And it'll be a 20-minute sprint format, as I mentioned, for these drivers. They just got to survive 20 minutes. Try and take the victory. Here's Carlos Bonds. He'll roll off from the second position, the 007 machine. Third is going to be Mike Nickham. Fourth will be Jesse Brannon. Fifth, Adam Pohl. Justin Craig starts from sixth here tonight. David Curtis, he'll roll off from the seventh spot. Callan Crocker, he'll start from 8th tonight. Clint Fletcher is going to roll off from 9th. Dean Tulien starting in 10th. Michael Pavolano will round out the field in 11th after capturing the pole time there in qualifying. As the clock ticks down here, let's take a look at the track conditions coming into tonight's race. 63-degree air temp, 65-degree track temp. So it should be plenty of grip. That is really low temperatures, not what you're accustomed to seeing here on iRacing. We'll be getting going here in just a few moments to close out this season in the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Sim Racing League. And a good one. A lot of exciting battles. And a lot of great moments here over this summer season. It'll be Scott Kim and Carlos Bonds leading us to the green flag. Sprint race number one. Cheer on your favorite driver. Let us know you're out there. Who you're rooting for and who do you think is going to win the sprint races here tonight. Pace car gets a move on. And it'll be Scott Kim, the mustache machine. Looks like he switched back to the BMW for tonight's race. He had been in the Porsche in previous races, so he switched back here Got Kirby on the side, Mustache on the front. He's ready to go. Carlos Bonds, the 007 Aston Martin. Nice little play on his name there as we are going to be working to the green flag. It'll be Scott Kim getting us going. Pace car on the pit road. And Scott is already off and away here. He's got a great jump on that. And green flag in the air for the season finale here in the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Sim Racing League. The field works their way down into turn one. Scott Kim, he'll dive down into the corner. 7-Eleven machine. Hard right-hand turn. We're right on board with him here for this first lap. He's got about a second and a half already over Carlos Bonds. Back to the left-hand corner here. You may be familiar with some of these turns and this circuit from watching Formula One. Back to the right downhill. We'll go back uphill slightly to the right, then back to the left quickly. Carlos Bonds behind him, losing positions. Already back to 5th spot. He gets passed up by Jesse Brannon and Adam Pohl. Watch for drivers like Clint Fletcher and a few others to make their way forward. Callan Crocker dives on by. He'll get by Carlos Bonds and set him back. As the two hang loose teammates go nose to tail here, 5th and 6th. Justin Craig up to that 5th spot. Michael Pavolano in 9th. Carlos Bonds, he's already fallen to 10th after starting 2nd. And we're about a half of a lap through. Going the wrong direction, actually falls to the tail end of the field. Some of the big names in this league not in tonight's race. Darren Treacle, Christopher Hill, a few others who have been contenders in the last couple of seasons. Look at this, battle is on now for the 2nd spot. Jesse Brannon putting the pressure on Mike Nickham, who's having some connection issues here once again tonight. But riding solidly in that 2nd spot. The two hang loose teammates go side by side down the front stretch here. Across the stripe, and there goes Carlos Bonds around at the tail end of the field. He'll back it into the inside barrier and get it rolling once again, but not how he wanted to start things out. He'll have to learn a little bit here in race number 1 to try and prepare for that 2nd race, as Scott Kim putting on pretty good pace right here. Not going to be looking for his first sprint race win. Mike Nickham trying to close the gap. He has closed it a little bit, but it ticks back up, and here comes Jesse Brannon now. Going to look drivers right alongside Mike Nickham. He goes well wide of the racetrack there. Could be a penalty as they work through this long right-hand sweeper. And Scott Kim will lead them back down the hill here. And Nickham going to be able to slip on past for the 2nd spot. He'll clear Jesse Brannon. Here comes Adam Pohl now, going to start to put the pressure on. As they are all pretty well single file at the moment. Still pretty tight here amongst the top 6. And a little ways back to Clint Fletcher in the McLaren tonight, as Brannon with more problems goes wide, and here he going to get passed up by Clint Fletcher as well. He'll lose some spots. Brannon been one of the faster cars for most of the season in the multicolor metallic and black BMW M4 GT4 machine. These are GT4 cars. We got the full variety of them here this season. And there are definitely pros and cons to each of these race cars. As around goes one of the hang loose drivers. That's Justin Craig slipping the wrong direction. And he's going to fall now towards the back of the field. Gets it back pointed in the right direction. Well, let's go take a look at what happened to him here. Just loses it. Got a little bit on that apron, I think. And he gets tagged by Brannon. I think everybody else clears him, but some damage to the 208 now. He works through turn number 1. It'll be Carlos Bonds and Michael Pavolano, who was fastest in practice and qualifying. He's all the way back here, still in 11th where he started. Not sure if he missed the start, possibly, but battles going on up here. Adam Pohl moves to 2nd. They're all trying to track down Scott Kim, who's gained 2.3 seconds over this battle. And Scott having a great start to this race. Almost 5 minutes down. He's still got the race lead. He's got a good gap right now, but Adam Pohl now has cleared on through. He sets his sights on the 7-Eleven. See if he can track him down. He was a little bit slower previous lap, but I think he was making a pass. See what he can do here on this lap. Already cutting into that margin just a little bit. Man, really impressed with Scott Kim. He's had his moments this season. Look at the battle, though. Still on for second. Callan Crocker's closed up. He is putting the pressure on Adam Pohl. Farther back, Justin Craig, more issues. He's going to fall to 11th now. Michael Pavolano, Carlos Bonds, both going to slip on by. Across the stripe. Got Kim a 153.25. Adam Pohl 153.12. It would not be enough for him to get up there and take the lead away if they continue to run those types of lap times. It looks like he's already chipped away here at the beginning of this lap. Jesse Brandon trying to make a move on Dean Tooley, and it looks like he gets around David Curtis right there. Like we've said so many times, even though there's a small field out here tonight, this series never short on action. There are always battles going on here. Carlos Bonds and Michael Pavolano just swap positions once again. Pavolano trying to get going the right way up the 9th now, but he's 20 seconds behind the leader. 13 minutes left. It's going to be basically impossible to close that gap up. He could start to chip away into it, as Adam Pohl is doing. He's bringing Callan Crocker right with him. The Aston Martin and the Mercedes tracking down the BMW machine of Scott Kim. Mike Nickham, who's fallen to 4th, trying to keep up, but the top 3 are driving away. You can tell Scott Kim, he's starting to lose touch with those great lap times, and he goes wide in the corner there. Here comes Adam Pohl. He may well be alongside here into the final corner. But nice job there. The 7-Eleven, he goes a bit wide. Here comes Pohl with the charge. Headed down towards turn number 1. The number 6 machine, he's going to look to driver's right. Into the turn, late in the braking zone, able to clear on through. So Scott Kim, he'll lose 1 spot. Now here comes Callan Crocker. Side by side, he may lose a 2nd spot. And that 2.5 second lead just evaporated. Adam Pohl, who's looking to try and take the championship away here tonight, takes the lead away in sprint race 1. Now the battle is on for second. Scott Kim, Callan Crocker, who backs out of it, trying to do the crossover, and a little brake check there from the 7-Eleven. Rather, not a brake check, but Callan could not quite clear behind him to make that crossover move. That is your battle for second. How about Clint Fletcher up from 9th to 4th, about 3.2 seconds behind? Can he go up there and track down Adam Pohl and challenge for the sprint race win? Behind him, Dean Tooley up 4 positions, also very quick in qualifying. Actually, second fastest in qualifying. He tries to work over Mike Nickham here for the 5th position. And Mike is just going to pull right on over, or really hard on the brakes right there. Jesse Brandon goes on by. Here comes David Curtis. So Mike Nickham maybe with issues. Losing some ground right here. The race side by side. David Curtis drag race across the start-finish line. It's Curtis with the advantage for the moment. And he should be able to clear into turn 1. He does. Oh, and around goes Dean Tulane. Just as he had made all those positions up, loses it into turn number 1. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to him here. Did he get tapped by Jesse Brannon? Yeah, a little punt right there into turn 1, and he goes for a slide. Able to get it rolling again. He will lose quite a few spots. Scott Kim has gotten passed up by Clint Fletcher, who goes to 3rd now. Keep an eye on the 69 machine to go and track down Alan Crocker and then possibly Adam Pohl. Gonna have to find some lap time right here, though. He's got just under 10 minutes to gain 4 seconds. It's gonna be a tall task. We've got cheers for Hang Loose Racing. Right now, Callan Crocker up to 2nd after starting in 8th. About 1.6 behind Adam Pohl. He followed the 6 machine through the field. Gotten up to 2nd so far, and right now pretty well matching lap times. The last lap, though, he was about 1.7 seconds slower, so that's the difference for the lead. We'll see if he can pick it back up here on this lap. They work out of the final corner here to complete lap number 6. On to lap number 7. Adam Pohl, your race leader, after starting in 5th, leads his 2nd lap now. He will lead them down into turn 1. Top 2 well out in front. Clint Fletcher, that time around, not quite quick enough to close in on the top 2. And Scott Kim back to 4th now. He's got pressure from David Curtis, who's having a great race. Tulane is gotten back by Jesse Brannon, I believe, who has rolled it down pit road, maybe kind of giving himself a penalty after getting into the 84. Either way, it's been a sprint race to forget for Jesse. Going to look to try and rebound in race number 2. Michael Pavolano, fastest in qualifying, still back in 6th. In 8th, as the battle for 6th and 7th is raging. Mike Nickham will give it up to Dean Tulane after maybe an off track right there. The Dean trying to claw those spots back after the collision there in turn 1. Justin Craig with issues. He has had a rough race as well. He falls to 11th, and that car appears to have broken front end suspension. Let's take a look at what happened to him here. Ooh, be a heavy hit into the wall. On the curb, and car comes around. Oh, big hit. Breaks the left front. As he tries to limp it back to the pits, there is a fast repair available to these drivers. But Justin's gonna, it looks like he'll be starting from the front in the 2nd race. Meanwhile, at the lead, Adam Pohl, starting to see that lead evaporate here. Just as we saw from Scott Kim. And now Callan Crocker gonna have the advantage of the draft. Looks like Adam Pohl maybe a little wide right there. Maybe that's tactical to get a good run out of that corner. Either way, Crocker closing in the number 6 machine. The battle is on for the 4th spot. Scott Kim still holding off David Curtis. Clint Fletcher not able to really close up at all. He's been 2nd quickest, but not much faster than the race leader. Callan Crocker right now is the fastest car on the racetrack. Mercedes really coming to life here in the closing moments of this. Just 5.5 or so minutes remaining. And look at this, continuing to chip into that race lead. So those two getting closer and closer. The gap now just about 2 car lengths. How about this from Callan Crocker? What a drive, up from 8th position. And he is really on the move right now. He puts pressure on here through the final corner of this lap. This will be the completion of lap 8. Looks like they'll have 11 laps in this race. So just 3 to go now. And the lead up for grabs. Callan Crocker's closed up. He goes a wider arc into the corner. Not able to gain anything right there. Farther back, Mike Nickham still having problems. Dean Tuline's going to get by Scott Kim. 7-Eleven's also been passed by David Curtis. Scott Kim, who led the first few laps of this race, now starting to fade here back to 6th. No other battles really to speak of other than the top spot. The 1, 2, 3. Callan Crocker, Hang Loose Racing, closing up on Adam Pohl. The gap still just about a half second. 4 minutes left in this race. Work through the chicane back to the left-hand corner here. Callan using every inch of runoff that he can. Nice job in the center right there. Gets it pointed back, but just cannot seem to close. He's got that dirty air on him now through this windy bit of the racetrack. Nice job in that corner, though. He'll close up now just 1 car length. Fakes the peak to the drivers right there. Trying to get Adam Pohl to make a mistake. No mistake made that time around, though. Still closing. He's right on the bumper now. They'll work back to the right through the final corner here. Coming back to 2 laps to go. It's anybody's race to win or lose here. Adam Pohl, nice job through that final corner. Going to keep the margin just about 3.5 tenths. But the draft pretty powerful on this straightaway here. Those Mercedes really good at the top end in terms of horsepower, but not able to close up much there for Callan Crocker. But he goes wide again on the corner, trying to get that good run off. Not working for him. But Fletcher well behind them, hoping that these two here get together and he can take advantage. Those are your top 2 battling for the win here. Just about a car length and a half as Callan Crocker tries to make the move. Not going to be able to get there this time. But pushing really hard in the AMG machine. Doing a little bit wide on entry there into the chicane, but doesn't lose any ground. Adam Pohl a little bit late on braking there. And about a lap and a half to go in this one. The battle is on for the win. He is right there. Callan Crocker almost gave the nose to Adam Pohl. Didn't do it that time, but he is right there. I know he wants to pass him clean. He's going to have to try and make a move here at some point. Oh, and he gets into it. Go Adam Pohl around hard in the wall. And Callan Crocker is pulled off here. And he is waiting for Adam Pohl to go, and that will hand the race lead to Clint Fletcher. Just like I was saying, if the top 2 get together, he's close enough to win this thing. But man, Adam Pohl, I think he's towed it. That car destroyed after the impact. Go take a look here. They were racing so hard and so close, and it looked like just a move gone wrong there for Callan Crocker. Oh, and he just breaks a little later, and around goes Pohl. Nose slams into the outside barrier, locking up the front wheels, and that's his race done and over with. This gives an opportunity now to Clint Fletcher to maybe win the championship. He comes in 24 points behind. Adam Pohl is going to fall to last in this sprint race, and Clint Fletcher is going to probably go on to win it. Callan Crocker looks like he is kind kind of resigned himself to limp around for the remainder of this race. Gonna, I think, try and fall to the end of the field here. Respectful of him after battling so hard for the race win and taking out Adam Pohl. That's going to hand the sprint race win, I think, to Clint Fletcher, who's got about a half lap to go. White flag is out. Battle on for second. David Curtis and Dean Tulane. And then you got Mike Nickham. Got Kim separated by about a second between those two cars. Really, the battle to watch is for second here is Clint Fletcher. No challengers right now. Flash in the headlights. Not a care in the world. Started in 9th position. And that's where he took the lead last lap. And he's going to go on here to lead just a little bit over a lap here and take the victory. Clint Fletcher, unexpected. But that's racing for you. Unpredictable. Clint Fletcher wins sprint race 1. David Curtis second. Great finish for him. And Dean Tulane will round out the podium here. Mike Nickham hangs on for 4th. Scott Kim, he'll come home in the 5th position. Michael Pavolano, who at one point was 20 seconds behind, he'll end up 13.4 behind the race leader in the 6th position. We'll talk to him, see what how he was feeling during that race and what happened to him. Let's see if we can pull him up into the booth right now. Mike Pavolano, this is Adam in the V-Seed booth. You got a copy. Mike, you got a copy. Hey, Mike, this is Adam in the V-Seed booth. You got a copy. Not hearing him, so see if we can get somebody else in there. From the race up into the booth here. See if we can talk to Scott Kim. Hey Scott, Adam in the V-Seed booth. You got a copy?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Just wanted to pull you in the booth here. Talk to you about that first race. You led some laps, ultimately finishing in the top 5. Anything you learned here to carry over into race number 2?
This is a tough track. I wasn't expecting much. It's kind of new to me, but just try to stay on track. A lot of off tracks. So, yeah, just try to keep it on the track.
Yes, sir. We saw a few guys loop it around there, and the battle for the race lead ultimately ending in a big crash.
But yeah, I think Callan took out Adam, and yeah, we shall see. And unfortunately, Brian's stuck at work right now. So yeah, there's a lot is at stake here for race 2. So
yeah, a lot up for grabs for the championship. I mean, it just tightened up, I think, a lot right there in
holy cow.
Yeah, so we're gonna be excited to see how it goes here. Good luck in this one.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. That is Scott Kim, who came home 5th in the first sprint race. We're gonna go hear from our race sponsors here tonight at the halfway break. Beltway Brewing Company is located in Sterling, Virginia, and proudly represents the DMV area. Check out their lineup of unique IPAs, lagers, sours, stouts, and even seltzers. Savory and delicious empanadas by Peruvian Brothers are now available in their tap room. For all things Beltway, go to beltwaybrewco.com and follow at Beltway Brew Co. on social media. SEO Mike helps businesses of all sizes achieve higher search engine rankings to drive more traffic and increase sales. Contact SEO Mike today for a free website evaluation and quote. Mention this ad for 15% off your initial setup. SEO Mike, marketing websites on the internet since 1997. Visit SEOMike.com.
Welcome to V-Speed, your home for sim racing excitement, providing dramatic moments from iRacing and beyond. We offer broadcasting for leagues across iRacing with specialized packages to help grow your league and add
Shot at it, I think, and right now Stravato with that advantage. It's half a car length the difference between first and second going into turn one. He gives the bumper to Connor Horn.
These two have gone all year to get to this point. Jacob Shorba drifting up the racetrack. They make contact. The 88 goes around. The 95 goes around. The 12 caught in it.
Our design team can help you create anything from paint schemes to sim rig parts with expertise in both 2D and 3D design with 3D printing capabilities. Looking to get into broadcasting yourself? We can help you design and operate custom overlays to make your stream look as professional as possible. Our team can create and manage custom merchandise sales for you and your team. Check out our shop to see what we have in stock and how we can create some awesome merch for you. Check out our race replays on YouTube or catch us live weekly on Twitch. Visit us at vspeedsim.com to see how we can help you on your iRacing journey.
About to get going here for sprint race number 2. Green flag in the air. Justin Craig is going to lead us back to the green. And after a wild ending to race number 1, here we go. Straight away into race number 2. Justin, who had lots of problems, he's going to lead him down into 1. But here goes Adam Pohl, who led that first race late. He's going to take the lead early in this one. Behind him, Justin Craig now in the 208 hang loose machine. Jesse Brannon slotting into 3rd. Callan Crocker side by side with him. Callan, who had closed up to the back bumper of Adam Pohl in the last race, put the pressure on and got into the bumper, turned Pohl around, handing the win to Clint Fletcher. And it's opened right up for the championship here in this set of races tonight. Adam Pohl came in 6 points behind Brian Kennedy, who's stuck doing real-world responsibilities. Couldn't make it here tonight, so his championship could be slipping through his fingers here as Adam Pohl leads sprint race number 2. Not a good finish, though, in the first race. He comes home in last in that one, trying to make up as much as he can here. Meanwhile, Clint Fletcher, who came in 24 points behind in the 3rd spot in the standings, got the sprint race win. He's currently trying to work through the field just up to 10th, it appears. And we may be having a small amount of technical difficulties right now with the overlay software freezing up on me. And give me one moment. We're going to be right back to try and fix this up so we can get our ticker working and try and track people here in this one. Really sorry about this, folks. It looks like our streaming software or our broadcasting timing and scoring software has crashed on us. So we're gonna have to run this without the overlay. And really sorry about that. But here we go, back up on the screen. And there's been a few things that have happened. It looks like Callan Crocker has gone around, and he is taking it behind the wall here. Justin Craig also with problems. He's got damage to the back end, so the hang loose machines with issues. Again, really, really sorry about missing those few moments there. But Adam Pohl does lead. He's got a 1.6 second gap back to Michael Pavolano, who rides in second for the moment. Dean Tulane in the third position. Doing a good job right here, about 2.2 seconds behind the race leader. We're currently working lap number 3. David Curtis, Jesse Brannon goes to 4th and 5th. Scott Kim in 6th, Carlos Bond 7th, Justin Craig 8th. Alan Crocker in that 9th position. You know what? I'm not seeing Clint Fletcher out here. Not sure what happened to him. He was on the racetrack. Possible he lost connection. And you know what? I think this newer iRacing update, like you're saying there, Clint, could be a problem with the overlay software too. I mean, we had some. It worked for race number 1, but we've lost it here for race number 2. So again, apologies for that. When it comes down to the championship battle, I think Adam Pohl might have just sealed the deal here. If he can complete the victory in this race, it looks like he is probably going to end up taking the championship home. And after deserving to win race number 1, or at least challenging for the win there with Callan Crocker, who's had issues here in both of these races. Now, like Adam trying to redeem himself in this second one. And hope you have enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Hopefully you can still see the track map over there in the bottom right. Let's see if we can... Apologies for all the technical difficulties. Things are not reacting how we were hoping they would. See if we can actually get standings go over our screen here. I'm going to try and do this a little different way than we would traditionally do it. Way we will be able to kind of view the timing and everything. This is working out for us here. Maybe able to take a look at it. This is kind of a temporary solution. Hopefully it does work for us. Hopefully you can see at least the top little bit of standings here. Adam Pohl is your race leader. Top left up here, so you guys have a good view of it. That should be good enough for the moment. So we can at least see where everybody's running. And again, really do apologize for all the problems here, the technical issues. And we're about halfway through sprint race number 2 tonight in the season finale in the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Sim Racing League here from the Hungaroring. Tonight's race brought to you by SEO Mike and Beltway Brewing Company. Big shout out to those guys and all the drivers that make it happen week in and week out. No real battles on track to speak of for the moment. Adam Pohl with a 1.7 second lead over Michael Pavolano. Dean Tulien rounding out the podium for the moment, looking for 2 podium finishes tonight. Jesse Brannon in the 4th spot. David Curtis not far behind him. And you got to go back a little ways to Scott Kim riding 6th. Carlos Bonds, Justin Craig right there behind him. That's going to be the battle to watch. Justin, after having early issues here, trying to make a move now back around Carlos Bonds. He'll complete the pass there on the Aston Martin. That is sights on Scott Kim for the 6th position. And then it's about 8.2 seconds up to David Curtis, who's now putting some pressure on Jesse Brannon. And just so everyone knows, this is not generally how the broadcast will look here, but seems to be doing a fine job for the moment. Hopefully you can see all the information that you need. Adam Pohl dominating this one so far. Still out in front, but Michael Pavolano slowly reeling him in. Remember, that number 3 machine was fastest in qualifying and ended up coming home a little bit farther back than I'm sure he would have liked in race number 1. Not sure what happened to him early on, but he is definitely closing up now. 0.8 faster last time around. Just 8.5 minutes left in this one. Oh man, he goes late in the braking zone, but closes up just that much more. Adam Pohl trying to stay out in front here and capture what would be the final sprint race win. Probably along with it the championship here in the summer season. He's been consistently chipping away, closing in on Brian Kennedy in his points lead. At one point was, I think, over 20 points. 6 points coming into tonight's race. Brian is not here. Adam is here, and he didn't get a good finish in sprint race 1. Hoping to get a good one here in sprint race number 2. We are closing in now the latter third of this race. They're on lap number 7. There are 11 laps in the sprint races tonight. 20-minute sprint races here, and we did invert the field. Adam Pohl started in 3rd in this one, and he is already in the race lead and has led a good portion of this race. Dean Tulien, though, up from 9th. He's been very impressive tonight. It'll be exciting to talk to him at the end of this one. Hoping that the next broadcast that we'll have with these guys in September will have all the overlay working again. But it's been a good season. We've really enjoyed being with these guys. Thursday nights, they always put on a show for us. Tonight's field a bit smaller and even smaller than when we started this one. There's 2 cars out of it. Did Adam Pohl go wide there? He did in the pass for the race lead. Michael Pavolano to the top spot. A little action here to close us out this season. It's not just going to be Adam Pohl cruising to the victory. Michael Pavolano's taking the lead. Pohl now on the back foot here. Going to try and track him back down. How about Dean Tulien? He's right there in the mix as well. Good closing race of the season for him. If he can get up there, maybe come home runner-up, but not too far back. Jesse Brannon, David Curtis also have quite a bit of speed here tonight. They're trying to close the gap up to the top 3. these two battle here. Also farther back, Justin Craig trying to work his way through. He's up to 6th. He's gotten around Carlos Bonds and Scott Kim. Taking a look at here, Scott peeks down, driver's right, tries to fake a move there from about 6 car lengths back. Not going to trick the driver of the 208. Justin about 17.5 seconds behind the race leader, 13.2 behind David Curtis. And a significant improvement from race number 1 for Justin, who had a heavily destroyed race car in that one. Michael Pavolano continues to show the way now. Going to be 2 laps to go next time around, and the gap still just about 3 or 4 car lengths. Adam Pohl, who's been very good here tonight, led a bit of race 1, now has led race 2. Good run out of that turn. Going to try and close the gap with a little slipstream action here. A high speed left-hander at the top of the hill there. Late on the brakes, trying to keep the pressure on. Pavolano dealing with it nicely, but losing a little ground that time. As that is the battle for your top 3, all within 1.5 seconds. This has been a competitive race too, now that things have gotten a bit settled out. David Curtis, Jesse Brandon, they're only separated by a ½ second apiece, but they've got a ways to go to catch up to Dean Tulane. Out of the question, we saw race number 1. Pohl and Crocker got together, handing the win to Clint Fletcher. Nothing saying that that can't happen again here if these 3 get to battling. Could it be David Curtis or Jesse Brandon walking away with the win? Brandon is closing up. Look at that. See what the lap time looks like for the top 3. I think Pavolano with some blinking issues there. Seems to be blinking around the same point on the racetrack. His time a 1:52.74. Adam Pohl 1:52.51, a little quicker. Even faster than that, Dean Tulane 1:52.49. Keep an eye on these top 3 as they get closer and closer to one another. It's going to be white flag next time. And that'll be it for this summer season. What a season it's been. Battle farther back here. David Curtis trying to get alongside Jesse Brandon. Not close enough. Putting that pressure on him, though. Gonna look driver's right. Almost gets alongside. Can't quite get there. Back up to Adam Pohl, though. He gets a nice run out of the chicane right there. Back to the left hand. Corner. Back to the right. Pushing so hard right now. You can see a little correction right there on the corner exit. Still keeping it about a ½ second distance between the top 2, as they have put a little bit of distance between themselves and Dean Tulane. But Pavolano leads here, closing in on the end of this lap. Adam Pohl pushing really hard through that corner. Goes a little wide. That'll cost him a 10th. A very valuable bit of time. He tries to get a nice run out of that corner. You can see the car really starting to slide out from underneath him. The gap just about 6/10 as they cross the stripe. I'm still a little bit quicker than Michael Pavolano was Adam Pohl. We're on board with him right now. Really late in the braking zone. They're able to get it woed up. Gained a little bit of ground right there. He's getting a little slipstream as well. Gaining time. Back to the left. Pavolano goes a little bit offline right there, but Adam Pohl maybe charges a little too soon in the center of the corner. Still trying to keep up. It's 3/10 the margin between the top 2, and then another 1.3 back to Dean Tulane, who could be in the catbird seat if those 2 get to contact. And that could happen here. Pohl goes alongside, trying to make the move for the race lead. Michael Pavolano gives him plenty of room. And they will be side by side racing into the chicane. Pavolano tries to do the crossover back alongside the 3 and the 6. He's there to the inside, no contact. Pole hangs onto it. And Pavolano goes a little offline, but so does Pole. And Tulin getting dragged right into this battle. The top two going at it. Adam Pole, Michael Pavolano, great racing here in the final lap of the race. White flag, final lap of the season. Just a couple more corners for Adam Pole, who made the move here on the last lap. Can he seal the deal in the second sprint race after having it ripped away from him in race 1? He's got one more turn to go. Pavolano's not done yet, though. He is right there. Not close enough, though. Adam Pole, what a charge right there on the last lap to get there, and he wins sprint race number 2. Congrats to him. Pavolano second, Tulin third, David Curtis fourth, and Jesse Brannon will come home in the 5th position here in this second race as they go to celebrating in their traditional way here in this league. Adam Pole going to be your race winner in sprint race 2 and should be the season champion as well. Let's pull him into the booth straight away, get a word with the sprint race winner. Adam Pole, Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
I do. How are you tonight?
Hey, not too bad, man. And I'm sure you're feeling pretty good yourself. What a great battle there with Mike Pavolano. And I think you just sealed yourself the summer championship. How does it feel?
Oh, would have felt a lot better if Brian was here tonight. It's too bad he missed out.
Yeah, it definitely would have made things pretty interesting. But with Clint Fletcher winning the first sprint race, it definitely still, was going to come down to the wire in points. He had some internet issues, but I mean, describe, that first race, the contact, getting the win kind of taken away, and then redeeming yourself here with the last lap pass.
Yeah, Kellen was driving well and getting closer and closer, and went for it when the move wasn't quite there. But that's part of the fun of this is things like that happen, and you just move on. And that made my job a little easier for the second race rather than starting at the back. I got to see the front of the race there, and just got a good launch when the green finally went on Justin, and put it up the inside and was doing okay. And then I made a mistake on my own. Just the back end wanted to come around. I had to get out of it and go off, and that let Mike sneak through. And I really didn't think I'd get an opportunity on him because he had been putting in some fast laps that I just wasn't quite matching. So when the opportunity was there though on the last lap, I rolled the dice and went for it, and it paid off.
It paid off. It definitely did. You really pushed hard there, and a very impressive victory to close the season out. You looking forward to next season?
Yeah, for sure. Whatever we got on tap, I'm sure it'll be fun. It's always great racing with these guys.
Yeah, definitely has been an exciting season, and you got yourself a championship here and the race win to close it out as well. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Oh, I think Carrie's in the room here packing for her trip, and I'll just thank her for putting up with this and let me have this time to have fun with the guys. And I just appreciate her support and everything I do.
Awesome, man. Well, congrats again on the win. Dramatic fashion, very exciting close to this race and close to the season. Go celebrate, and we'll catch you in a few weeks when we fire back up.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Adam. Have a good night.
Thank you. You too. All right, Adam Pole, your race winner here in sprint race number 2. Let's go now to second place finisher. That's going to be Mike Pavolano. Hey, Mike, this is Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
Copy, Adam.
Hey, man, very exciting close to this season with the battle there between you and Adam Pole. You took the lead away from him after he made a mistake. He tracked you down and made the move on the last lap. Did you think there was going to be any way to get back past him there, or was there anything you could have done?
Yeah, I was trying. I think my mistake there was not protecting the inside coming in at 5. I knew he was close. I was like glancing at my mirrors, but you know, I didn't realize that he really had a better run than I did coming out of 4. So, but hey, that's the way racing is, and Adam's a great racer. So, you know, it was fun. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, definitely an exciting battle there. You guys racing hard side by side, and you know, changing positions a couple times in the last few laps. Definitely kept things interesting for us up here in the booth. But it's been a fun season. You know, I know you weren't in contention for the championship, but you got yourself a few sprint race wins throughout the year. Looking forward to next season.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're gonna go back to the M8, and it's always been a fun car to run with. So yeah, looking forward to the tracks that we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, there's definitely some good ones on there. I know there's a few that had my eye or caught my eye there. So looking forward to it and seeing if you can get a few more sprint race or a few more race wins in the next season. But tonight, second place in sprint race number 2. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, so I want to thank the admins, Scott, Dean, Brian, for you know, there's a lot of work to put into this league. I want to thank everybody that comes out. Great racing. Adam Pohl for a good race. You know, a good closer for us. And then just my wife and kids, and you for broadcasting our runs here. So thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for putting on great racing for us to watch. It definitely you know, made it a fun battle there at the very end, and looking forward to next season. So go celebrate, take some time off, and we'll catch you in a few weeks.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you. All right, that is second place finisher Mike Pablano. We're going to go now to third place. That's going to be Dean Tulien, who had himself a couple of podiums on the night. Dean, this is Adam in the V-Speed booth. You got a copy?
I do, Adam. How are you?
Hey, not too bad, man. And how about a way to close out this season? A couple of podium finishes here tonight. Really, really successful races for you. You had a ton of speed in both of them. How does it feel to do so well here and kind of cap the season off on a high note?
Well, I'd like to thank my car maker, SEO Mike, for building such a great car tonight, and Beltway for providing me the beer to make it go faster. and it was a really fun race. Practice the last couple nights, I was able to find some speed in some of the corners to hang with these guys, which I normally can't. So it was a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, you had great speed in qualifying, and you had to work your way through the field in that first race, and ultimately you know, after the leaders got together, got yourself up on the podium. And this one, though, you started 9th, and I mean, you were probably running 3rd there for the majority of that race. So definitely learned quite a bit and applied it there. So great job to cap things off. We go back to the M8 GTEs, I believe, in next season. How do you feel about going back to those and looking forward to trying something different?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the GTEs. I really like that car. It just feels a lot better on most of these tracks.
Yeah, these GT4 cars are a little bit lower speed, a little lower downforce, but it's made for some great action this season. So looking forward to get back to those GTE well. But anybody you want to give a shout out to for the 2 podium finishes tonight before we go kind of sign off for the season?
I'll just give a big shout out to our sponsors, SEO Mike and Beltway, for allowing us to do this and providing some of the prize money. And my wife for allowing me to, you know, race on these evenings, and V-Speed for providing a great commentary and great action with the YouTube.
Yeah, thank you for that, and thanks for putting on great racing for us to watch again. And go celebrate the great run here tonight, and we'll catch you in a few weeks when we start back up.
Great, thanks, Adam.
Thank you. That is Dean Tulien, going to come home in 3rd. We'll run through the rest of the results here, just kind of the old school way. David Curtis, he'll finish in the 4th spot. Jesse Brannon finishes in 5th. Justin Craig, he'll come home in 6th. Carlos Bonds, he'll come home in the 7th spot. Scott Kim finishes 8th. Alan Crocker, 9th. Mike Nickum in the 10th spot. Clint Fletcher will round out the field in 11th. But how about Adam Pohl? Going to be your champion here this season. Congrats to him on that, and thanks so much for tuning in tonight. Again, apologize for the technical difficulties. Hopefully you got a good view of the action there in the final moments, though. Adam Pohl taking the win, taking the championship. and looking forward to getting back into the swing of things in a few weeks with the new season, which we wanted to announce here on the broadcast. We'll share this out on our social media as well. Starting up September 8th, if you want to get involved, make sure to check out the website link on the bottom of the screen there, nccbmwcca.org/sim racing. This is the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter, located in the Washington, D.C., the Virginia and West Virginia areas, as well as, I believe, parts of Pennsylvania. They are a large group. They do a lot of real-world racing, and there's a lot of great drivers in here and great racing action. Looking forward to another 10-race season where we'll be broadcasting the majority of the races. You can practice Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and they do have a prize pool at the end of the season, open to all of the qualifying drivers. The broadcast right here, Thursday nights, 8:15 p.m., starting back up in September. Make sure to check us out on social media to see this schedule posted there. And again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thanks to the sponsors, the admins, and all the drivers that make this possible each and every week. We'll be back next Tuesday with the Below the Double Yellow Cup Series race from Iowa. That is going to be a good one. You won't want to miss it. That series has really put on great races for us these first 4 weeks, and looking forward to that one. So tune in Tuesday night, 8:25 p.m., and we will catch you then. Till then, have a great night, a great off season here for the BMW Car Club of America.